Hello, how's it going? So for this video I thought I'd do a double review of two movies. So it's this one, the SS Experiment Love Camp, new edition from 88 Films, the 4K. Never had the Blu-ray of this one, part of the Italian collection. We'll look at that release and we'll talk about the film as well, because it was a first time watch for me, never seen it before. It was a video nasty as well, banned in the UK for quite some time, and banned in France as well. So we'll talk about that. That was an interesting watch. And then I decided to upgrade Daughters of Darkness. I picked up this beautiful looking new release from Radiance with great new artwork. And we'll talk about the new 4K edition and yeah, and have a look at the release and everything involved. So I'll do them one by one. We'll start with this one. It's the SS Experiment Love Camp. It's a Nazi-exploitation film, set in sort of a concentration camp like place where the there's a bunch of soldiers. It's at the end of the Second World War, and they're basically bringing in young women and experimenting on them. It's women who oppose their regime as well, and obviously it's heavily guarded by soldiers. And yeah, well, I'll talk a little bit about the film as well, but we'll look at the release quickly. Get this lovely sort of shiny slip cover, and the film's filled with nudity as well. But I thought it was an interesting watch. I'll go into it a little bit more what I thought at the end. That's off the original artwork. There's also an 88 Films store variant that has the original artwork on the sort of nasty artwork, which is also, incorporated into this release as well, because you do have a booklet inside. There's some stuff on the back. You've got your synopsis, quite a lot of special features, as you can see. That's all the special features. It's a brand new 4K remaster from the original camera negatives presented in ultra high definition. And then you've got a bunch of interviews and featurettes exploring this exploitation film. Open it up, you get a booklet there, and you get your two discs. You got your 4K UHD, that's what I viewed, and then there's a Blu-ray, which I assume will have most of the special features in. It does have reversible artwork. The reversible artwork I will actually take out and show you guys, because I might as well do, is that, with the Italian collection banding as well. And this one was number 10 on the Italian collection. I know they don't change the numbers for these 4K upgrades because they've already been out on Blu-ray from 88. So what they do is they basically do a newly commissioned artwork like that. And then they just keep the original number, I think, that they were given on Blu-ray. So this is number 10 in the Italian collection. So it's good that you get your different artwork options. That's always good. Yeah, I thought the film was pretty interesting. It was okay. It was a good watch. Pretty all right. Few nasty bits in there. It's all about these women being experimented on. The ones who oppose the kind of the Nazi regime. Few violent bits in there. It wasn't as graphic as I was kind of anticipating. As I say, never viewed the film before. I was kind of anticipating something a little bit more graphic, but it did have its moments as well. There's a horrible scene basically likened to what's sort of depicted on the cover there, of a young female being obviously kind of hung upside down, looking like an upside down crucifix. She's tied up and left there. I won't spoil much. I'll try not to spoil anything actually. You get this thin booklet with this edition, rather thin, but it looks like it's got lots of information of the film. I'm not doing POV on this video, guys, and there's the image on the back as well. But yeah, I thought the 4K transfer looked really nice. It was really good 4K from 88. I'm glad I waited and didn't get the old Blu-ray, which was out a while ago. I'm glad I actually just saw the film for the first time in this 4K edition. Yeah, really nice transfer. Really like that. The film itself I thought was good. Like I say, it didn't overly enthrall me. I thought it had its downtime, in between some of the more sort of provocative scenes it's a little bit slower and paced and whatnot, but you do follow this main sort of soldier, should I say, and of course the colonel, who's basically oversees the experiments in charge. You've got one of the doctors, an older guy who's basically been forced to do experiments for the Nazis. He's not really into it. You've got the female doctor, who's also a surgeon like the male one, but she's well into it. She's a real Nazi and just enjoys the sadistic side of it. And you've got all these different characters. You've got the young women who are brought to the camp. They're basically doing these kind of like eugenics experiments, if you've heard of that sort of thing, you know, like studying humans and looking at the best way to like conceive and things like that, to sort of bring on a master like race and things like that. And yeah, it's pretty interesting in areas. It's got some sexual content in there, loads of nudity. There's like a shower scene, you know, where the women are completely nude. So it's got a lot of nudity in this film, you know, a lot of like showing down below bits and things like that, and bottoms and stuff like that, and breasts, and yeah, lots of that. There's a bit of sex in there. It's not, I wouldn't say the sexual activity in the film's overly explicit, but some of it's implied, but there is a little bit of that. So it's pretty, like, quite a lot of nudity overall, like a lot of nudity. There's some horrible scenes as well. One I talked about earlier, basically, you know, involving the young girl being basically left upside down to you know, perish, and the way the females are treated isn't very nice. They're basically told, you know, do as you're told, basically, pleasure the men and like take part in the experiments and you'll be absolutely fine. Things take a turn for the worse. The colonel wants an experiment and surgery performing on him, which sort of that's basically a catalyst that gets you to sort of like the closing, like sort of 5-10 minutes of the film where the action sort of picks up. But yeah, pretty good film. I quite enjoyed it. Don't want to do much editing on this video, guys, so I'm not going to pop up the ratings board. I do normally do it when I review like one film, but I'd give this like a pretty good stuff. Like, I'd give it like a 3.5 out of 5. Like, it didn't exactly wow me too much, but I appreciated that it was pretty like a fairly good film, and it did hold my interest most of the time. It's just about the on the sort of 45-minute mark, I thought there was a little bit of downtime where there doesn't seem to be much occurring, but then of course you get your kind of either graphic scenes or your violent scenes, which do kind of like bring you back into the film a little bit. You're like, whoa, what's going on and stuff, and all the different types of action and things like that. Not that it's overly action packed or anything, but pretty good Nazi exploitation film. I did enjoy that one. Okay, well, we'll get on to Daughters of Darkness next, which I've seen before, but this is the 4K release for the UK, and Blue Underground have released it on 4K before, but this is making its like debut in the UK. It's never even had a Blu-ray over here. I'll assume it's had a DVD maybe, but it's never had a Blu-ray or a 4K. I think Radiance have also released this in a Blu-ray set. I opted for the 4K set, but we'll take a good look at this after this cut. And next up we have Daughters of Darkness on 4K. It's a good job the clocks went back an hour actually, because I'm filming this on Saturday night after I've watched, and I fell asleep right after the film. I did manage to get through the whole film, and then as the credits were rolling I just sort of dozed off, woke up 2 hours later, and it was only an hour later because the clocks had gone back, so that's nice. But yeah, a really nice transfer here, like on 4K. It a lot of the scenes shine really brightly, especially in the hotel, which the film's set in France, basically about this newlywed couple who end up at this hotel, and they're stumble across this mysterious kind of like slightly older lady and her like companion, and yeah, she's obviously, it's implied that she's possibly a vampire, and the hotel worker, like the baggage collector and the guy who like does a lot of the tasks at the hotel, he basically informs the couple that it's the Countess Bathory, or Bathory, sorry, it's pronounced Bathory, I think. Yeah, the Countess Bathory, and she's trying to get really friendly with the couple and stuff like that, and things go from there basically. The young woman who's a part of the couple sort of sees somebody when she's about to take a shower outside of her hotel room at the glass window, and that was the companion of the Countess Bathory. Yeah, really nice addition, and some of the reds in the film look great as well, like especially in the hotel lobby. The first time you kind of get to see the hotel lobby, and most of the scenes involving that area where a lot of the film does actually take place. There's yeah, some really nice sort of like saturated like deep reds, and it really looks good on 4K. Yeah, really nice transfer. Definitely upgrade from the Blu-ray. I had the Blue Underground Blu-ray, and this is definitely a step forward. We'll have a look at the release as well. So yeah, it has this on it as well, like this J card where it says, travelling through Europe, newlyweds Stefan and Valerie make a detour to a deserted seaside hotel where they meet the enigmatic Countess Bathory and her mysterious companion, who use their aristocratic poise to make a deadly intent. So in this film as well, there's no actual like fangs, you know, you don't see any fangs, it's just straight up like all implied and whatnot. But there's one scene in particular that's quite bloodthirsty and stuff, but the addition's absolutely gorgeous, I thought. Love the blue and everything. That's a look at the front. It's a hardbound set. There's a look at the sort of spine. On the back there you've got an image of Valerie, who's one of the she's one of the half of the newlywed couple, and you take it out like this, and really nice release from Radiance. I've had a few of their editions before, but not too many. I've got Haxon and Messiah of Evil and another one, but I can't quite think what it is. But and then inside you get this nice Skinovo case like that, and the red on the you know, the red here on the sleeve, it's very reminiscent of the film, because often it'll instead of fading to black, well, it fades to red, a big bright red, you know, on the screen, all red. And you open it up, you've got your 4K and your Blu-ray right there, and then you can turn it around and have the original theatrical artwork, like so, like that. We'll take a look at the book as well, but yeah, it's a very there's a lot of dialogue in the film, bit of a kind of talky film at times, but a good one nonetheless, a good 70s movie. The year it was released was 1971. So this is the book again, back to the reds, looks really nice, beautiful book. I have had a little look at this, open it up, it looks like that. Really thick photo quality paper, full of photographs. It's not scrimping on photographs in this book. A lot of essays. I'll just kind of give you guys a little bit of a flick so you can sort of see what you do get in this lovely edition. But yeah, it's really good photographic paper. So it's not POV, so it's a little bit hard to catch it, but you have all of that. Loads of essays. It's a beautiful book. I'd imagine this book would go for like, you know, like £8 to £10 by itself probably. It's that nice. Knowing what some books can be priced at these days as well. Hold on, I'll do my best. A lot of essay pages. So look, as you can see, you get a lot of photographs. There's the Countess Bathory's assistant, who actually wants to leave her and escape as well. That's also like kind of like a side note in the narrative of the film. More great images. It's a really thick book as well, like a lot of pages. I will have a look how many in a sec. There's another image from the film. Just keep going through like that. And I will have a quick, because I will try, yeah. So this release from Radiance has actually used the Blue Underground 4K transfer, because Blue Underground had a Blu-ray, which I had, and then they released a 4K as well. So it says here, transfer notes. So I'll just read this out quickly. Daughters of Darkness was restored in 4K by Blue Underground from the original negative. The film was supplied to Radiance Films as a digital file and is presented in the original aspect ratio. So it is the Blue Underground transfer. that's everything you get. There's no messing with this set. You don't get loads of art cards. I've had a couple of sets recently which haven't had any art cards in, and which can do at times. I don't think Radiance normally do them though, but In the Mouth of Madness from Arrow also didn't have art cards, and Arrow normally slip about 4 lobby cards into the Amray case, but I'm quite happy with that. Like, you just get like a really nice Scanova case with the 2 discs in, and then you get this beautiful book. How many pages is it? Let's have a quick look. It is about 78 pages excluding the cover and back, so that's what you get in your box. And you get your lovely hardbound box like that. Really nice. I'll just give you guys another look at that because it is rather stunning. You know, the colour palette, the blue, it looks really nice. This kind of purpley like blue. Very nice indeed. Yeah, very like dialogue heavy film, but it's very like beautifully made. It's shot very well. I have to say, it is really like shot nicely. You know, it's got complete like 70s vibe to it, sort of like a 70s like Euro film vibe. Set in France. I think the hotel was in Brussels, so it says when I was reading upon it. But yeah, there's another look at that, and that's basically what they're the 2 releases I've just picked up and been watching. SS Experiment Camp and Daughters of Darkness. And then once again, because I didn't want to, I will sort of rate this film. I normally, when I do a video on a singular movie, I will throw up the scoreboards about the release and the film. I'll give this a solid like 4 out of 5 stars. It's a really, really good well, it's got atmosphere to it. It's not overly atmospheric, but it does have its sort of like you know, it has its kind of own like vibe to it and everything. Yeah, really good sort of like vampire movie, although we don't really see too much vampire action. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's not, like I say, you don't really see any fangs. A little bit like Martin kind of in that sense, if you've seen George A. Romero's Martin. But lovely release, very happy to have it. So they're the 2 I've watched. New release of SS Experiment Camp from 88 Films. That was a first time watch. Yeah, pretty good movie. And then of course Daughters of Darkness in this lovely limited edition set. Yeah, I'll have some more videos in the week, so I will be looking at the Nightmare on Elm Street Steelbook set, which I can't wait to get my hands on. You know, it's all 7 original Nightmare on Elm Street films in 4K. I've only seen the first one in 4K, of course, as I've not bought the had the set, but looking forward to that. So I'm getting a steelbook set. Does put a bit of a dent in your bank account, I must say, with it being so expensive, but I'm hoping it's going to be worth it. Like before, I was a little bit you know, like sort of critical about the Freddy sweater box. I thought they could have done something perhaps more I don't know, like a little bit more detailed and interesting, perhaps like into what Scream Factory did with Friday the 13th, you know, like a collage of Freddy. However, like looking at other people's when they showed them close up and stuff, I must say it does look very nice. It does look like a very good looking like premium set. But they're the 2 I've picked up recently. Anyway, I've got Martyrs on the way on 4K. I had to pick up Martyrs. I haven't actually had a lot of random pickups this month, because I've just basically had, you know, like the Nightmare set and a bunch of pre-orders, including these 2 today, which I did pre-order months ago, so it's not like I've had to spend too much this month. But like, yeah, I just had to pick up some of the new releases for October. It's always, if you're a horror movie collector and fan, there's always a lot of physical media, you know, new releases out in October. So, you know, and with that Nightmare on Elm Street set as well, I just haven't really had the chance to pick up many spontaneous releases, if you will. But yeah, there's those 2. Yeah, 2 like that one, good film, pretty solid. And then Daughters of Darkness is a really good yeah, really good sort of like vampire movie, but not, you know, it's not overly saturated in like vampiric like activity, but you know, it's all, a lot of it's implied, but very good nonetheless. Thanks for watching anyway, and yeah, look out for my Nightmare on Elm Street video. I'm not too sure I'm going to do it, whether I'm going to like get it Monday and then perhaps watch all the films and then do like a look at the set, you know, with my kind of like view on it, and then sort of like review the new movies on 4K, or review the movies, the new 4K transfers of the movies. Not too sure how I'm going to do my Nightmare on Elm Street video. I could even do 2 possibly, not too sure. But might take me a few days to get through all 7. Especially with me getting it on a Monday in the week. But thanks for watching anyway. If you're new to the channel, perhaps give us a subscribe. Yeah, and I'll see you on the next video. Yeah, really good getting the clocks going back here in the UK, going back an hour, because yeah, it's like 4 in the morning now, 3 in the morning should I say, because the clocks went back, and I might even watch another movie. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.